All right, good morning, tribe, and welcome to the donut shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, coming to you live from Ravenscar, my backyard paradise, suburbia, bird-filled, train-filled, car noise-filled backyard. But it's okay, because when it's all going together, it got some rhythm you can kind of dance to. Yeah. All right. See, there's no one here, so I can do it. Someone's here. Okay, act natural. Act cool. Hey, good morning. Whoa, 5 people. Hello, tribe, and welcome. Yep, it's Tuesday. We made it to Tuesday. Not that it's usually that difficult to make it to Tuesday, though Mondays are a risky day in general. But we made it. We made it to Tuesday. Yay! So, hey, Kimberly, good morning. People are starting to actually walk through the door and say hello rather than just lurking in the shadows. Come on in. But bring your own coffee and bring your own donuts. Hey, Dennis, good morning. Cinnamon, good morning, tribe. I was just mentally thinking I haven't heard birds in person in a long time. It's kind of sad. They need to get out where there are birds. I don't know, can you hear that? I think that's, it looks blue jayish to me. It's not Chirpy, it's some other bird, but it's been singing. I've been out here since like 7:13 and just kind of dancing to the bird. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Chris, hello. So, I gotta tell you, if you're not hanging out in the Merriweather Cantina, you're missing some cool stuff. Whoop. Speaking of cool stuff, there she is. Helen with the Helen hug. Get your Helen hug. Helen hug. Helen hug. Get your Helen hug. Helen hug. You never thought you'd have your own theme song, Helen, but you do here amongst the tribe. Hey, Charles R., good morning. Jonathan, hello. Kimberly, good morning. Love the birds. I love the birds too. So, anyway, okay. So, is aloe vera juice poisonous? Read it online. No, it's somewhat acidic and not very tasty, but the goo inside the leaves does have, is consumed generally more medicinally than as a food. But yeah, it's just not very good. You know what? Let me double check that. Because aloe vera juice. But my understanding, yeah, okay, it's fine. It's not, like I said, taste wise, I had to think back there. Not the best tasting, but it has its own thing. Okay, guess living down in the Med Center area, the birds are just needing more coffee. There we go. Put out coffee beans for them. Wow, that would imagine birds. I wonder if caffeine affects birds. No. Hey, Holly. Good morning. Uh-oh. Hey, Tribals. Lil's just asked me for 124 rolls of duct tape. When I asked what she said she wants to make new tires for my truck. I say go for it. You know, that's almost like a Mythbusters sort of thing. Can you make tires from duct tape? My one concern, if Lil, if you're listening, my one concern is what's called the coefficient of friction. So let's say you had the rim and you wrapped it with a whole bunch of duct tape and made a duct tape on the tire the thickness of a tire. And then you started driving down the road. I think the duct tape, a lot of it would just slip rather than move the whole vehicle forward. Because I think there's the coefficient of friction. How much friction there is between the duct tape and the road surface. The duct tape is going to be slippery, so it would just rotate without moving the truck forward. I could be wrong. It'd be easy to test. Just wrap a bunch of duct tape on the tires that are out there. You probably have to jack the vehicle up, but it's always good to learn how to jack up a vehicle. So I say this is an experiment, a somewhat messy experiment that probably should be done somewhere safe, but do it and report back. So we need let's say a 1/4 inch of duct tape on the tires of the truck, and it have to be on all 4 tires, and then see if it moves forward. All right, Diana, just helping your kids do science because science is awesome. Whoop. Okay, here we go. James, good morning, tribe. And I love aloe vera juice. Used to drink it quite a bit. Turns out it's a powerful laxative. That it is. But it also helps with sugar control. Hey, Kiri. Good morning. Good morning, Andrea. Okay, so how did she come up with 124 rolls? If you think about it, you could probably calculate that. You know how thick one roll is. You really could. Let's see. You'd have to know the circumference, of what you're trying to fill in. You'd have to know the thickness of the duct tape. But yeah, you could probably do it. Whether she actually did it or not, I don't know. Jennifer, I want my own theme song, but it would involve a lot of comedic drum rolls and heinous cymbal crashes. All right, let me think on that. There we go. 31 rolls per tire, I suppose. I say, science. My dad would let me do that. Yep. Weave the duct tape on the tire. There we go. Hey, Diane. Now, what would happen if you put the sticky side out? Then you'd have a very different coefficient of friction. So now we need to do this experiment twice. Once with the shiny side out on the duct tape, and then once with the sticky side out. Yep, birds can't detect heat in peppers, but it warms their bodies. Feed hot food with a lot of cayenne pepper. I'm in a natural poultry group. I can ask. Yeah, ask them what happens if they eat like coffee or coffee grounds, or will they? I don't know. Melissa, good morning, tribe. It's great to be biking into the show this morning. I also love Vera. I love aloe vera tea. Cool. Chris, that's why no one will remember your name. No, just kidding, Chris. We all remember your name. I would do a small scale experiment first, perhaps a riding lawnmower. Yeah, I suppose. To me. All right, Jonathan, my wife is allergic to aloe mildly, but ends up with aloe rashes because aloe is in everything. Oh, wow. I mean, that sucks, but it's interesting. See, that's the problem. When you're a scientist, a lot of tragedy has its own side of, and then you get in all sorts of trouble. People think bad thoughts about you because they think you're this like evil, heartless bastard. And I have the heart. It's attached to an aquarium pump in my desk, but I have a heart. All right. Yes. Also in economics lessons, cost of 124 rolls of duct tape. Oh, yeah. And if it were sticky side out, it would be sticky for about half a mile. Then it would be dirt crusted tire, which I wonder would have its own traction-y sort of things there. Hey, Charles. Good morning. Yep. Sticky side out would equal even more neighborhoods could ending up at my house. Are you running over children? Don't run over children. Tons of paperwork. Ooh, Diane, last night I made roasted Brussels sprouts with pesto and crushed pistachios. Ooh, it was so good. Oh, one more thing. Just saying. Some homemade mozzarella cheese roasted on top. It gets that brown and bubbly. You could come to a class on mozzarella cheese making on March 1st. Just saying. Coffee burp. Has to be cheaper than new tires, even used tires. You have a point there. You definitely have a point there. I'm too cheap to waste duct tape on large-scale experiments before doing proof of concept tests first. That makes sense. But see, the difference here is it's not my money. Oh, no. Yeah, that would be good. So, yeah, riding lawnmower, maybe even a bicycle, but that could be kind of dangerous. All right. I guess if someone really wanted to go at this, they could Google measuring coefficient of friction science fairs and see if there's some cheap, easy, way to measure coefficient of friction, and then do that and just measure the coefficient of friction of the duct tape and the coefficient of friction of the rubber tire, and you could kind of make some assumptions that way. That was always my secret as a scientist dude in the oil industry. If I was given up or given up, never going to give you. If I was given a task to solve some problem, I would always Google to see if there's any science fair way of testing it, rather than buying expensive equipment and things like that. So I could do quick, like just a scan of the issue and see if there's some like quick, easy way of getting rid of a lot of possibilities. Because usually that's the problem. Science isn't about finding new stuff; it's eliminating the possibilities. At least in my line of work, what doesn't work, and by doing that, then you can get to what does work more quickly. So using cheap ass, easy to run, quick science fair science, I would get the answer a lot quicker than other people. And so that was my secret. Is you can set up all these big experiment equipments, or you get a wind up duck and have it walk through the different fluids and see which one it can get through most quickly or most slowly. Things like that, which did lead to very interesting reports and papers. Hey, Johnny, good morning. Hey, Henry, hello. I'm excited. My parts for my Forerunner should be showing up like Thursday or Friday. Going to install new stuff on my Forerunner. Pretty excited. Hey, Bonnie, thinking about you. Good morning, tribe. Blessings to all. Love to all. Love and blessings back to you and yours. All right, S got here a few minutes late. What are we wrapping in duct tape and why? So Lily Carpenter wants to replace the tires of her mom's truck with duct tape. And so we're discussing the pros and cons of tires made from duct tape. I was concerned that the shiny side would be too slick and you couldn't get a lot of traction and the truck wouldn't move forward very well. And so then that brought up coefficient of friction and how to measure coefficient of friction. Is there a quick, easy way to do a comparison of the coefficient of friction of the shiny side of the duct tape and tires? And then also what happens if you reverse the duct tape and use the sticky side? There we go. Recap. You're up to speed now. And now to completely change the subject. Let's see. Duct tape will not hold up to speeds greater than 70 miles per hour per my attempt to create a truck fender out of duct tape. Good to know. Hey, Maria. Good morning. How are you, my bushcraft sister? Hey. Oh, Maria. The next Georgia Bushcraft newsletter, there's going to be an article in there by me. And I'm hoping I can talk Casey into letting me write like an article for every Bushcraft newsletter, because I got ideas. So welcome, hang out. Are you drinking Bushcraft coffee today? I'm drinking, I'm drinking the Water and Wood Bushcraft coffee, which is heavy on the water, light on the wood, not a lot of coffee flavor. But I was almost out of the cherry chocolate coffee, and so I went back to this one. Okay. Immerlin, yeah, I think it'd be worth the trip down to Houston to learn how to make mozzarella cheese hands-on. You get to do it. I warn you, it's hot. It's doing it right. It's a little painful on the fingers, but it ends up doing very well. All right. I think the way the truck would also affect the cohesion of the tape, and the heat of friction would make it lose its grip and pretty much disintegrate. Quite possibly. I don't think these tires would last very long, but it'd still be interesting. All right, Jonathan, yes, you do have a heart. They are short-lived, low-intensity rashes, but also, okay, yes, you do. Okay, I was thinking my heart. Okay, let's start over. Jonathan says, yes, you do have a heart. I'm going to put a period there. And then I'm going to go, the Aloe Vera rashes are short-lived, low-intensity rashes, but also roads should be made out of carpet and tires should have Velcro hooks so we can drive straight up. Oh, that would be interesting. Velcro Roads. Oh, you know what? We got a new band name here. Velcro Roads. Velcro Roads. I'd listen to them. Ooh, Gwen, good morning. Mozzarella. Yes, everything's better with mozzarella cheese. Can you imagine duct tape treads lying next to the roads instead of the current retreads you often see? Yeah, that would be icky. Ooh. Here we go. A YouTube channel called Life OD did the experiment if you're interested. Sweet. So they did like duct tape tires? Neat. Evie, good morning, Evie. Good morning, tribe. I think it's about to get back to normal. Not sure what normal is, but thanks everyone for the prayers. You're most welcome. That's what we do. We support each other in their loss, celebrate each other in their triumphs, and hang out with each other drinking coffee on the days in between. Just chilling with each other. All right. Yep. Interstate 10 is 80 miles per hour out my way. No way I would drive that fast on duct tape. Yeah, that would be kind of risky there, especially if you had to turn. Because I have a feeling, again, that whole coefficient of friction thing, your tires might turn, but the momentum would just have you keep going forwards. All right, James, birds are susceptible to caffeine, much like humans are. Introduces increased heart rate, arrhythmia, and lead to cardiac arrest. Sources, Dr. Hess, ABVP. Cool. Yep. Always check the true science. All right. Oop, I'm assuming you mean cool deal, Henry. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Birds of Sipta. Always check true science. Cool deal from Henry. James, can you post the link to the caffeine bird article? Here we go. Who wants normal? Get back to unique. True, true, true. And yes, Jennifer, this is what I was thinking too. Define true science. Good morning, all. Tires made of duct tape. Thanks for the recap. My pleasure. And it's not where I was going to go this morning. I have, like I said, I have a topic. But everyone keeps saying interesting stuff, and I get distracted. All right. Yeah, I got chickens out of the garden yesterday without waking up the ducks. Ooh, so ducks still in jail? Moving rocks to property line on today's to-do list. Yowza. Yep. Ooh, an article. He'll let you write content for sure. Yeah. So it's the article for the Georgia Bushcraft newsletter is the 5 top medicinal plants for bushcrafters. So easy to find, found all over North America, and used to treat the sort of things that happen to you out in the woods. All right, that's including wind resistance as a vector against duct tape. Duct tape tires, while subject to wind resistance, is more likely to be affected by compression force, possibly adding stability. Yeah, I would definitely think that, because it's not going to be flapping around. You got the weight of the tire holding it together. Yep, duct tape was originally designed for aircraft repairs, as I understand. Now, actually, that was a different sort of tape, very similar to duct tape. The duct tape really is for sealing up air conditioning ducts. Okay, just so you know, duct tape works great on my daughter's Power Wheel when she was little. We're a mountain. Just give another recap. Okay. Let's see. Duct tape is often known as 100-mile per day. Is used a lot on gun ports on aircraft. Interesting. Because I've seen the 100-mile-per-hour tape, and the difference between it and the duct tape. If you look at duct tape, it has all these lines of perforations to make it easy to tear off. The 100-mile-per-hour tape is basically the same chemistry and the same backing, but without the perforations, just to make everything clear. Keep trespassing on jerk neighbor's property. Eek. Not good. All right. Here, toxic foods a bird should never eat. I only use this written by an ABV certified vet. Cool. Makes sense. So here's the link on caffeinated birds. Ooh, can you make mozzarella with oat milk? I don't know. You can. That's a good question. This might require some. See, I don't think the proteins would be the same that you end up coagulating. So I don't think you would. Let's put it this way. Let's go back a step. So Pascal Baldur another famous wild foods guy. He makes nut cheeses. Like he started with cashews, but then he's done it with pecans and acorns and other things like that that he's successfully turned into cheese. So maybe oat milk could be done by his process, but I'm not sure. Hey, Denver, good morning to you. All right. Cindy Lou Hogg, our first potbelly pig, managed to escape. And where did she head her tail straight to? Jerk neighbor, of course. All right. Yeah, doubt it. At least not real mozzarella. I agree. Hey, Scott, good morning. Coffee. Sounds like a good plan here. Mm. Okay, I think the coefficient of friction would be the least between layers of rope as designed to separate from itself. Layers of tape as is designed to separate itself. Yeah, that's a good point because the sticky doesn't really stick to the backing. Drinking grapefruit juice. Glad I'm not on any medication. It's interesting, the science of how grapefruit kind of messes with all sorts of medications. It's a scary fruit. It doesn't actually exist in the wild. It was bred through the sort of different citrus fruits and ended up with this grapefruit. And yeah, weird stuff. I mean, can he post a link to True Science? There we go. Yep. Yep. Cinnamon, too sweet. I think with lots of wooden curd like milk. I agree. All right. You didn't move many rocks yesterday, Kiri. You were doing your alfalfa run. Yep. So Nandina is poisonous based on two instances where waxwings gutted themselves on berries. Comment, please, medicine man. So when it comes to poisonous for birds, I'm not up on that. I don't know for sure. I do know that Nandina berries are occasionally used as filler berries if you didn't have quite enough berries to uh, like make enough berry jelly or something like that. And then the wood has an interesting flavor to it and is used as cooking skewers in Japan to season meat, as it roasts on these skewers. But as far as poisonous to birds, I don't know. Dina, good morning, tribe. It's a sunshiny day before the cold front tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a little worried. There's supposed to be like storms and stuff moving in, and I got to go downtown to do the mushroom lecture. And I got a very terrifying, excuse me, email last night from the Herb Society. Is that the person who is going to set up all the Zoom stuff isn't going to be there, and the backup person they had to set up all the Zoom stuff isn't going to be there. And then a third person says she kind of does Zoom on her phone, and so she's going to do it. Long story short, I'm going to get there early. I'm going to take over, commandeer all the equipment, set it up the way I want to set up, and assign someone just to be a door monitor, and away we go. But it's going to happen. I'm a little worried about the smoothness of it happening, though. All right, Amy, good morning, folk. Having to help an elderly family member with applying for social SSI today. Wish me luck. Government stuff is the worst. Yes, and just to add stress to it, if you make a mistake, it becomes very hard to fix. Scary, scary, scary. Yeah. Heat from compression would heat it fast and melt the glue, and then you would have new problems. Oh, there it is. All right, ducks are spreading poop all around the garden, so free fertilizer, and we drink. Mm-hmm. And we spill coffee. Okay, true science. Science sourced from reliable authority on the topic, usually a degreed individual who specially spent time studying research topic. Kind of like the Barrington report at the beginning of the pandemic and how we should just, achieve uh, herd mentality, and then it was downplayed, even though it was written by a bunch of true scientists who study biology and all that sort of thing. But anyway, Okay, normal means average. Average means in the middle. To be in the middle of the road, you'll be hit by a truck. Just saying. Good point. All right. Remember, it's duct tape, not duct tape. Yep. Uh-oh. All right, Bonnie, my sweet granddaughter came and woke me up at 3:40 in the morning because she didn't feel well. I think she was a little dehydrated. She drank a little of my water, and we visited a bit, and she went back to sleep, unlike me. I've been up since 3:40. Hope I lost you the donut shop. Hey, if you don't, I understand. Totally understand. All right, all right. Oh, okay. Segue. Finally, I get to talk about what I wanted to talk about. So, at the cantina last night, we had a great discussion. I lectured for an hour. Uh, Basically, it started with how throwing things at stuff or throwing stuff at things. I like throwing stuff at things. Led to Shakespeare, and the science behind the progression of change in human physiology and brain. So that was fun. And then we digressed into dolphins and ended with testing assorted drugs, psychedelic drugs, and other sorts of drugs on octopuses and science. But during that, there was a really interesting fact that came out is so dolphins, they got to swim around. They got to go up to the surface, they breathe, and they dive down and swim around. So dolphins technically can't sleep the way we understand sleep. But what's cool about dolphins is so they have the dolphin brain, and it's really interesting. So every 5 minutes, one half of the brain just shuts down, and then the other half controls everything. And that, the half that shut down, it basically goes into sleep mode. And then after 5 minutes, it switches, and the part that was awake goes into sleep mode, and the other half of the brain takes over everything. And then it just keeps switching, all day and all night with only half the brain really being active. And whereas humans, we use our whole brain for doing things. We have in the center, we have the corpuscle callosum, the fibers, basically the nerve network that puts signals back and forth and takes information from this side of the brain and runs it over here to do stuff. And so we have a lot of interhemispherical discussions going on in our brain. Dolphins don't have that. They just have half a brain at a time functioning with very little communication between the two sides of the brain. Evolution is amazing. Okay, now we return back to what you all are talking about. All right. Let's see. Good luck. They hate giving the money back. Oh, yeah, Social Security. They hate giving the money back. Been fighting with them for over a year. Yeek. Cinnamon, I love cheese. It just doesn't love me. Yikes. Okay, I'm constantly looking for supplier sheets of the duct tape like they use in the NASCAR for repair. I need big sheets to fix my tractor seats. Good question. I wonder where they get the extra big duct tape. The kids at work didn't understand me when I told them that gummy worms have more bones than actual worms, especially if they're gelatin, basically from melted down worms or melted down bones. That's interesting. I'm going to steal that, Chris. I'm going to steal Chris's information. All right, visit a grocery store that sells vegan cheese and see what they sell. Might try Googling too. I know real mozzarella removes the whey. Yep. So you got all this lovely whey left over. Yes, I'm familiar with Pascal's cheese photos, and I always wondered how it tasted. I'm hoping to get him down here into Texas at some point now that he's just a freelance road warrior type dude. We've talked about it numerous times, and then hopefully you can find out. Girls ride to school just got rear-ended just now. Everyone's shaking up, but okay. Gonna brush teeth and take over the caravan. Yikes. Yikes. Hey, Tracy, good morning. Hope y'all have a great day. Hugs back to you. Hugs to your mama and your papa. How are they doing? Okay, what are your thoughts on apple cider vinegar for gut problems? So a lot of it depends on the type of gut problem. But in general, very mineral rich, a little bit acidic. So especially if you have some sort of leaky gut issue where you actually have some holes in the mucous membrane slime layer of your gastrointestinal tract, I'd be a little cautious. But on the other hand, for like assorted good and bad bacterial ratios, may help there. Actually, that aloe vera juice we were talking about earlier is probably a better choice. Okay, yes, you can make mozzarella cheese out of oat milk. Just get the unflavored kind. Ooh, okay. All right, Melissa, have a good one. Always good to have you bicycle by. Yeah, kind of does Zoom stuff on her phone. I'm sure it will all work out. See, this is where I wish Mini Weather was here so she could just take over that side of things because she always rocked at that. Ooh. I have an idea. I have a feeling. No, I wonder what Mini Weather is doing tonight. Because she could run it from California. I have to think about this. Morning from Laura in Canada. I overslept my alarm this morning. I had a dream that I was in Texas to visit, but all Doc would do is play with remote control cars. I don't have. I always wanted a good remote control car, but never had one. But nah, if you were here, Laura, I would be too busy taking you to Buc-ee's and barbecue joints and crawfish joints and all the cool stuff in Texas. All right. Oh, good. So there will still be a Zoom component. God willing, there will be. We will figure something out. Like I said, I may take over the passwords for the Herb Society Zoom account and just bulldoze my way through it. But I still need a second person to like mute everyone and run the chat and all that. Scott, okay, waxwings, mockingbirds, and jays will glut on fermented berries, such as yopon, and get drunk enough to crash. Rather humorous to watch. That would explain all the splat marks on the side of my house. But Mom and Dad are here. Good morning, tribe. Nothing new here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Love you. Stay warm. Oh, man, Kiri, stay on top of it. The government lost my paperwork even though I went in person. Yowza. Social Security. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It is 7:50. So, anyway, yeah, dolphins have like two brains that are independent of each other. Marine, good morning, tribe. Thanks for the tribe vibes yesterday. Went to the rental house and it was okay, left in okay condition. Not super bad, so appreciated your great vibes. Cool, we scared your clients into taking care of things. Ha, ha, ha. All right. Ugh, where was I? Psychedelics, octopus, dolphin, Shakespeare. My word, I missed it. Yeah, so I came up with a new name for the Mary Cantina Monday night thing, and it's I drink and know things, and I will expound upon things and try and have guests and so forth. No, half the brain at a time. So most politicians are dolphins. They're not even up that high. Yep, and yet they're they are so smart. Yeah, and they have like vocalization. They each have so it was interesting. They call each other by specific names. Like this dolphin will have a certain set of squeaks and clicks to get the attention of this dolphin. But what wasn't clear is like, does this dolphin and this dolphin and this dolphin and this dolphin all use that same set of clicks to refer to this dolphin? Or does each dolphin have its own name for each other dolphin? I'm trying to find that out. That would be interesting. Go back to the brain topic. Hold it. I need. So the whole link between throwing things at stuff and Shakespeare, I expounded for an hour for the Girls Throw 2 podcast, which hopefully will be published soon. but that was the podcast, the official podcast of the Women's Cornhole League, and they talk about different like women athlete throwing things and all that sort of stuff. So I talked about it there. So hopefully when that comes out, you can see that. Or if you're part of the Mary Cantina, the $2.49 a month, $2.49 a month for more me, and not only more me, but it's all everyone else that's part of there can also post up videos and live and chat and everything. So you want to check it out. $2.49 a month. What else? Where can you get this sort of entertainment for that cheap? I don't know. All right. Ooh, I like to use whey when making bread. Oh, that sounds good. High protein bread. All right, Amy, I was plugged in, trying to work and listen at the same time, was doing a horrible job at work, so I left the cantina and missed the psychedelic octopus. Yeah. So, oh boy. We got 8 minutes. So the one study that was particularly interesting, so octopi in general are antisocial. Octopi don't normally like other octopuses, except like during mating time, whatever. But the rest of the time, they don't want anything to do with each other. But like one researchers are wondering, well, what happens if we put some ecstasy in the octopus water, and what happens to the octopus or octopi then? And basically they all became friends, and the octopuses were like rubbing on each other and just generally chilling in this big ball of octopiness, going, yeah, this is all right, how you doing, sort of thing, and octopus speak, and just chilling until the drug wore off, and then it's like swoosh, and away they went from each other again. But yeah. Exactly. Scott, politicians have brains. Next thing you'll be saying, politicians have morals. Yep. Ah, here we go. Yeah, sauerkraut is good for your guts, especially the live, the unpasteurized side, because it has the lactobacillus, the acid-loving bacteria that we're supposed to have in our gut. So I think that's probably the benefit of the sauerkraut, not so much the lactic acid itself, but the fermentation nutritional products it releases and the live lactobacillus to repopulate the gut. Ah, Siri is here. Good morning. How are you? How's the daughter? How's everything going on? We're having a good time as usual. Talking about random stuff, listening to the birds, drinking coffee, that sort of thing. Cool. I'm glad you're back. It's like prodigal sons or daughters or donut shopians. All right, there's another battle. I recently found out SSI is saying I'm still my daughter's payee, but I have a letter stating that I'm not her payee. Not looking forward to this battle. I'm so thankful I have the paperwork. Yep. Document everything. All right. Ooh, 7:55. All right, Kimberlyn, have a good time. Bye. Bye. Our sanctified bully of the tribe. Whew. Getting a little hooked. All right, crawfish and buckies. I wonder how hard it is to get in and out of Canada right now. Thanks to Trudeau. Oh, and I saw where Trudeau is not just locking bank accounts, but he's also locking down cryptocurrency transactions in Canada too. So yeah, you might have some problems there. Oh, okay. Sauerkraut scares me now. Was part of the dinner I had last night. I had my afraid to eat it now. I love sauerkraut. Whew. Yep. All government agencies have created Discord. Got a letter from SSA yesterday saying they want to give me money and it will be so easy. I'm slightly suspicious. You should be. All right. Okay, I need to restart the Cantina thing. The card expired. I used to use it, so glad you reminded me. Yes, you do. All right. Oh, we need to get to the group take here. Now that's a question. Do octopi like drugs? No real way of telling. Like I said, when they were on the ecstasy, they did seem to be enjoying each other's company. I don't know about other things. Yep, throwing things. I wonder if that's why kids go through a phase of throwing rocks at cars. It's in our DNA instinct for survival. Actually, very much so. Kids spend a lot of time throwing things at stuff because it's hardwired into our brain, and it helps the development of our brain, and it helps our understanding of the universe and gravity and eye-hand coordination and all the stuff that's necessary for survival. Okay, speaking of necessary for survival, yay, group take time. Yay, group take. We got the immune pill. Da-da-da-da. Got to keep that immune system up to maintain our survival. We got the brain pill. Probably the most important part of our survival. This massive brain of ours. This massive brain of ours, I'm going to let it shine. The liver pill. Part of what helps us survive also. Being able to detoxify all the toxins in our environment. The serenity pill. Not one I use, but it's there if you need that boost of confidence. The blood pressure pill. Again, I got good blood pressure, so not an issue. The uric acid pill. I kind of like the taste of this one. I'm just going to take one. Like I said, it has nice urinary benefits and things like that too. Whoop. Perfect timing. The libido pill. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hello. Taking all my warmth.
You're welcome.
Would you like libido pills?
I would like warm inside.
Okay. Worth a shot. And the Stonebreaker pill, which again, I don't need. Woo! 7:59. Perfect timing. Okay. Hey, Roberta. Good morning. Oh, man. All right. I got kicked out of Cantina until I get a new credit card. Apparently, my number got skimmed. That sucks. Uh-oh. I also tried listening while working, but ended hurting myself because something bad happened, so I missed the groovy octopi. I'm sorry. It's still there, so the members of the Cantina, the Mary Cantina, can go and watch the video. Yes, March 4th class at the Houston Museum is still on. They still have not put up the registration link. So hopefully it's up like today. Very frustrating. Oh, okay. Duct tape trivia. Duct tape. Hey, Melanie. Good morning. Duct tape is actually terrible for duct work. It came from the Air Force guys getting on after World War II and had a bunch of 100-mile-per-hour tape left, so they went into AC work and used it on ducts. The duct tape now just isn't good for either just random home projects. Okay. Ooh, today's project, wood turning. 7 axe handles out of bow arc. Ooh. Scott. I may have a project for you. Ooh. I want to buy a hatchet handle for, if you're making boat arc handles, we need to talk business, Scott. We need to talk business here. Because I have a lovely bearded hatchet, and it has a nice handle, but I want a handle worthy of the head on it. All right, tribe. It's 8:00. That's it. Hey, Carly. Good morning. Yeah. Yep. The society is ridiculous. My daughter has dysautonomia, a central nervous system disorder that affects everything the brain does, from your heart rate to digestion. She needs ventilator support while sleeping, and has significant issues with pain and dizziness. Even with autism, ADHD, and vision issues, the judge said she should be able to fold laundry somewhere. She can't even drive at 21. I'm sorry. Eek. There are people who deserve it, and people who cheat it, and usually it's a little easier to tell the difference. Medicine Man wants to buy the right to use Survive by the Bee Gees for their next advert. There's an idea. All right. Gotta go. It's 8:02. So, yeah. Things go. Okay, one less. Sending all the love to all of y'all. Been on a mission to become a better human, and coming here helps the old gray matter and the heart as well. Thanks for being homies. Ah, sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, hello. PM me the specifications. The tempered bodark comes from my forager. I really need to start harvesting my own. Ultimate goal is to learn how to turn staves. Sweet, 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 sweet. Okay. Mom, Dad, love you. Tribe, love you. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I'm thinking tonight, maybe making some shrimp street tacos. What do you think? Good plan? I think it's a good plan. All right. Let's go there and make the world a better place. How about that? Until tomorrow, have a great day. Hang in there, if nothing else. End broadcast.